We are making some homemade egg bites that are gonna rival any local takeout, and you are gonna love them. Not only are they delicious, they are so soft and just delightful, but they're also really versatile. And I wanna show you, I'm gonna do a veggie version today because it's really my favorite, but you could also, of course, just do the bacon version, bacon and cheese. It's all up to you. I'm doing all veg, like I said. Every store you go in, like a coffee place, like a Dunkin', like a chain, they have their own version of this. I'm a Dunkin' girl, if you know, you know, and they have a bacon and cheddar version, and they have an egg, veggie version. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my own veggie version, and in this little skillet, what I'm gonna cook up together is some finely diced zucchini from the garden, a little bit of red bell pepper, and a shallot. Don't worry if it's not hot yet, it'll saute them perfectly. You can add any veggie that you want. This just happens to be what I have and what I like. You could do spinach, you could do fresh spinach if you wanted to, you could do yellow squash, you could do chopped up broccoli, and do like a broccoli cheddar situation. They're so, so good. I have my oven preheated to 325, and then I want to show you really quickly, I have here a silicone mold. You don't need one, you can use a standard muffin tin. This is just a silicone muffin tin. I'll link this exact one down below. They're not very expensive, but they really come in handy because they pop out really easily. If you don't have one, just line your muffin liners with like a really good like parchment paper liner. I'll link my favorite ones below as well. And make sure you spray them with some nonstick spray just to ensure that nothing sticks. And I put that muffin tin muffin liner in a bigger pan because I'm gonna surround the sides with water because you want these to cook with some water around them just to give them their signature texture, which is like that souffle bounciness. I'm just gonna cook my veggies until they soften, add a pinch of salt, and like I said, you can really do anything. If you didn't wanna do veggies, you could cook up some bacon, or you can cook up some breakfast sausage and make sure you let that cool completely. So all I'm gonna do for now is just cook these up and then just let them cool a bit. Veggies look great. It might not look like it's a lot, but you really just need a little bit in each one. Otherwise, if you put too much in, then it weighs down the custard and then you don't get that desired texture that I just think makes these so delicious. Now, these do need to be made into a blender. They need to be made in a blender. You don't want to turn these into a blender. Just because you need that high power and that air to help you with that texture that we are after. So you need some eggs. You need cottage cheese. This is also really great with the protein. If you're somebody that's trying to get more protein into your diet, I feel like I'm always after trying to get more protein. You need some sharp cheddar, white or yellow, it doesn't matter. You can also use, I've done this with American and it's really good because I love American cheese, white American. But you can do anything that you like. I don't like to do a mozz, it's just too wet for this. Pinch of salt and a bit of pepper. I always feel like I put the blender so far away from me. Okay, I'm gonna pop the top on. I always feel like I do this wrong. And then I'm gonna blend this for about a minute straight. Perfect. Okay, just take out that piece, and now I'm just gonna carefully fill my muffin tin or my silicone liner, whatever you want to call it. Once you have them filled, just take a little bit of your filling and just drop it in there like so. Once you have them all filled, I'm going to take some water and I'm just going to pop it around my baking dish here. You want enough water to come up about halfway. Yep, perfect. Perfect, my darling. 325, 20 to 25 minutes. They should be bouncy, and I will show you what they look like when they are ready. They're so good. My egg bites were in the oven for 25 minutes exactly. You do kind of want these to cool pretty much completely before you serve them. They've been cooling long enough, let's be for real. And this is why I love this mold, these little silicone molds. Look at how they pop out. Ready, set, look. Perfection. They're still steaming, but I want you to kind of see the texture. Firm and gorgeous. I'm gonna cut into one. So you can see that when I say these are absolute perfection, you're gonna have to trust me because listen, I'm a greedy eater. And by that I mean I love to eat, but I love to eat things that are like, they're like melt in your mouth. The texture is so spot on. It's like velvet. I love to eat things that are good. I love to eat things that are at their optimal goodness. And that's how I feel about these. They've got the flavor, they've got the texture. I love that you can change them up, you know, with whatever toppings that you want, whatever filling that you want, and totally customize them to your preference. The recipe will be on ourandthekitchen.com, as well as in the description down below. There'll be the ingredient list and any things that I used that you might not have on hand, but I feel like make this a lot easier, like the silicone mold. They're just spectacular. Look at that little square of bouncy perfection. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the recipe. Hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.